good evening, and welcome to the best nights of your life. Woo! You have entered the J spot where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for allowing me to share just a tiny, and I do mean a tiny portion of this evening with you as you all travel home from work. I'm gonna get myself comfortable. I ain't finna sit up here and tell y'all no lie. As you all travel home from work, as you prepare to feed the kids, help them with the homework and all this other ish. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to join you. Guys, we have an amazing show set up for you tonight. We got plenty of hot topics. And then guess what we're going to be talking about? The holiday next week. So you know what? Listen, let's get right into it. Now listen, everybody, we've all been talking about and critiquing the fight last week with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, listen, you all, you already know I am not a sports analyst, okay? I am not even a sports buff. I'm not even really, to be honest with you all, I'm just there for the foolery. That's what I do, master, and that is what I do specialize in. I do specialize in foolery. I do. And I recognize foolery when I see it. And that fight, oh yeah, you all, that fight was foolishness from the nth degree. Now listen, I have seen Mike Tyson fight in his prime, okay? I see how he fought. I've seen through the years how he has fought in the past. And I'm like, even though he's 58, he looks good for his age and he did an amazing job. And at 58, I'm like, you know what? Listen, I know this man is in the gym. He's working out. So he is always on point with what it is that he's doing. So I'm like, I'm expecting to see some of those old school, Mike Tyson punches and some of that behavior. I wasn't expecting it to be a full-fledged, fight like it was when he was in his prime. I was not expecting that. However, just to see the way that he fought versus the way that he was, carrying on in the practice, it was at that point Jay's foolery tentacles started tingling. I'm like, whoa, 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 flag on the play, flag on the play. Is this foolery we detect? Oh, why, yes, it is. It's definitely some foolishness. But listen, it's $20 million worth of foolery. See, had I had listen, I would do the same thing. Let this little boy get up here, let him get all the little punches, let him get all the glory. Here's the thing. Sometimes, and I know a lot of people don't like this, there's been a lot of different opinions on what it is that happened and, oh, he gave up his legacy and this and that. Hey. You, at some point, we got to do what's best for us. $20 million for 16 minutes, 18 minutes, that was a lot of money. $20 million for any amount of minutes is a lot of money. And I am proud of him. I think that he did an amazing job. And you know what? I think that he deserved that. People like, oh, he gave up his legacy. He took a fall, whatever it is. This man didn't give up his legacy. This man increased his legacy net worth by $20 million. Can somebody say amen? Can the church please say amen? This man made a business decision. This was nothing personal. His legacy, what good is him claiming and, being happy and parading about a legacy when you really don't, all the stuff that he worked hard for and he lost when he was younger, and now you get a chance to redeem yourself and recoup everything or a portion of what you lost. Why would you not take that? So everybody is looking at this all in their feelings, but that was a business move. This man made a business move to get in the ring and have a fight that if he did not, whatever the arrangement was, he walked away with $20 million. $20 million. Listen, a lot of us will turn the other cheek for $200, $2,000, let alone $2 million, $20 million. That was a no-brainer. You get in here, you go, listen, let's get the people, listen. That fight was like watching Disney on Ice. I'm not even gonna tell you, I'm not even gonna lie. You like, ooh, child, when is the punchline gonna come? Like, when somebody gotta give me somebody gotta tell me something. That's how it was. Because I'm not gonna lie. It was painful to watch. It was very painful to watch. Because I'm like, where is the action? I was used to, I'm used to some action. Like I said, that first fight with them chicks when she bust on her eye, I'm like, listen, we got more of a thrill out of that one. But in hindsight, looking at the overall picture, I understand why he did what he did. And I ain't mad at it. Like, I mean, it's not like he cared if you mad at it or not, because at the end of the day, he got that $20 million that's sitting in his account, drawing interest, and hopefully he done put it in some stuff and is making some investments and making some business moves. So that's where that $20 million is. But for people that are saying, oh, he messed up his legacy, we always got to know. He made a business move. He made a wise business move to increase his net worth. His net worth. We're hollering his legacy, his legacy. He did exactly what he needed to do for his legacy. He secured his legacy by making that business move, by making that business decision. He secured his legacy, and there's nothing else to be said about it. Everybody, well, he this YouTuber, he gave up all that for this YouTuber. That man didn't win no fight. They were sitting back there with their listen, the judges were sitting back there with their calculators. And this is exactly what they were back there doing. Okay, well, if you do 1 + 1 times 2 times infinity times 3, that's how they came up with his score. 2 points, and if you carry the 1 over here, and if you that's how they came up with that boy's score. And if he is fine with knowing that his victory was because of a multiplication problem or fractions, and they added some here and reduced some here and deducted some here, the 0.01 here, and he got that. If he's fine with carrying that off as a victory, then listen, that's him. But he knows, just like the world knows, that he did not win that fight because it was not a fight. It was just a performance. It was a Disney on Ice performance, and we got a chance to be able to see a living legend in the ring again, looking good at the age of 58. So is Mike Tyson wrong for agreeing to skate across the ring and give the people a nice little show? No, he is not. I think that was a very, very, very dope business move. And you know what? Listen, that's just what it is. It was a dope business move. And I'm glad that he was able to, capitalize off a situation like that, because, that was a lot of money. So listen, if more people go back and get the grace. I mean, this guy, again, he's, pumping himself up like he really did something. And again, if that's how he gets down, then, I mean, listen, I don't care. Rock out. Oh, I beat Mike Tyson. Sir, when? Really? You beat him how? Again, the judges got the calculator out and they calculated a score, and you won. You won because of a math problem. You won because of some points. You did not win because of a fight. Because I'm like, in my opinion, I felt as though Mike Tyson was holding back those punches. He was holding them back because, listen, that they didn't call that man Iron Mike Tyson for nothing. I'm sorry, he didn't earn that name for nothing just to go in there and that man got and still got Fist of Fury. Is he as quick as he was when he was fighting early on in his career? No, he's not. No, he's not. But do he still got the hands to knock a ninja out? Oh, sir, yes, he do. I'm sure both of those, bada bing and bada bang, are still registered as lethal weapons. And he did not unleash them lethal guns on that boy in that ring, because he would have wore that boy's behind out. And even if he did not win, he was gonna give if that was a real fight, it was gonna be some bloodshed up in that ring. If it was a real fight. But again, I appreciate the fact and that he, did what he did to, ensure what is best for him and his legacy. So his legacy has increased by 20 million. Like I said, now it was definitely hard to watch. I'm like, I wish I had known that Ish going up in there. But listen, I still respect it for what it is and for what he had going on. And that was just the way that it was. And again, I'm just proud that, and I'm happy that he had the opportunity to capitalize off of such an amazing opportunity. And again, he gained 20 million and lost absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, when he fought and he fought a good fight, he was at his best and he showed up and he showed out and he did what he did. But again, when you have an arrangement and the way that fight was set up, anybody that don't think that it was an arrangement, okay. Anybody think that the guy that won, that he's truly the champion, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna fight. We all live in a fairy tale world, so I'm not trying to wake you up out of your fairy tale. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Hey, Leo, how you doing? Yes, it's so good, to know that, again, at the end of the day, he gained $20 million. Now listen, speaking of gaining $20 million, what do you guys think about this? This with 50 Cent and his son, Marquise. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Somebody help this brother. Somebody help this young man, because this young man got the entire game, totally twisted. This young man listen, Marquise, your daddy is rich, okay? Your daddy put that time in. Your daddy put that work in. And until you put the work in, he doesn't owe you anything. Marquise is upset with his father because he is expecting 50 Cent to just roll in the money and just keep rolling in the money. This young man has asked his father for child support. He's like 26 or 27 years old, and he still has yet to get a clue. 50 Cent has offered to set his son Marquise up with a business that will bring in $1 million a month. And guess what? This poor baby don't want to do it. This poor baby, he just want to have his cuckoo, cuckoo. Hey, listen, baby boy, your daddy is rich. You're not rich. He don't owe you anything. And guys, let me know what you guys think about that. Do 50 Cent owe his son something? I mean, his son is grown, and he wants 50 Cent to just, roll out the red carpet with him, for him with his money. And 50 Cent is like, listen, I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to show you how to make this thing work. I'm trying to show you that, listen, the world does not owe you anything. Let me show you how to get paid. Let me show you how to be able to take care of yourself. Let me show you how to be self-sufficient. Let me show you how to stand on your own 2 feet and be the man that I know that you are. Be the man that I'm striving to show you that you are. Let me show you how to do that. And this young man, he's like, yeah, no, show me the money. That's the only thing I want you to show me. Show me the money. Show me that. Don't show me nothing else. I don't need you to show me anything else. Just show me this money. And you know what? It's so unfortunate because with that type of attitude, it's just like, he's not going to get very far until he, snaps out of, my daddy owing me something. Again, 50 Cent worked and built his empire, and he did what he had to do for himself and his family. And now, young man, it's your turn to, carry on the torch. It's like your dad is trying to teach you something. He's trying to teach you how to, continue to extend the legacy that he is building. And you don't want to do that. You want him to constantly give you. You want to be given something. And that's the thing about, unfortunately about a lot of young people today is that, they feel that their parents owe them something. Listen, it may not be like your parent may not have been the best parent when you were growing up, or you feel like they could have did this better or that better. Okay, that could have been the case, but once you reach adulthood, you're supposed to take whatever it is that you did get from your parents, whatever it is that you did learn from your parents. You're supposed to take that and build on it and grow from there, but not sit here and think that, oh, your mama and your daddy owe you something. My mama wasn't here for me, so that gives me an excuse to do this, or my dad wasn't here. Listen, we all have a story. Like, literally, cry me a river. Like, cry me a river with that. Like, because everybody on this earth has a story. Everybody has been through some ish. Listen, our stories are different, but it's like at the end of the day, everybody has faced some type of challenge in this world that they have had to overcome. So let's not get stuck with the, oh, somebody owes me something. Young man, this is your daddy. I'm like, when I read this and I'm seeing all the stories, Cedric, you're saying it's about his mama. He wasn't giving her child support. The crazy, listen, and I get that part of Cedric, but what I want, Marquise, come here, listen, come close to the screen, right upside your head, okay? Listen, your daddy is the plug. Your daddy is the freaking plug. How do you not get connected to the plug? How do you not sit there and soak up what your dad knows so that you can extend on being a plug? You want to be a bottom feeder. You want to be a leech. 50 Cent is the freaking plug. All this stuff that your dad has built, and he's willing to show you how to build something that will generate $1 million. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Get out of here. You are the entire weakest link. Now listen, you all listen. Speaking of weakest links, now listen, here's this foolishness now. I am seeing these posts of these young ladies. They are in these relationships and they're like, listen, their guys are dogs. They cheating and all this other ish, right? The dude is cheating. You still with him, right? So now these chicks are feeding these guys dog food. They're making these meals. They're making these guys, these men, food, and it's dog food. Let me just say this. While you think it's all cute and all, while you sitting up here laughing, let me just tell you something. Y'all better knock that ish off, because you're going to do that to the wrong person and their foot is going to be up your behind. And now you're going to be hollering domestic violence and all this other ish. Listen, let's stop that foolery. For real, seriously. Don't sit here and be following these crazy chicks that's doing this crazy stuff on social media and then recording it as the guys are eating the dog food, and then you think it's funny. Because then when that camera go off and now he got his foot up, and I don't condone violence whatsoever. I do not condone any type of violence whatsoever. However, don't put yourself in position to have some violence be bestowed upon you. Don't put yourself in that type of position, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're sitting here, you're feeding this man dog food. Why are you feeding him dog food? If you don't want to be there with him, don't be there with him. If he's cheating, you have the entire right to leave. You got the entire right to kick rocks. You have that right. You have the right to leave this man alone. But you don't have the right to sit there and feed this man dog food. You do not have the right. Oh, he a dog. So if he a dog, then that's what dogs get. Dogs get fed dog food. Okay. Okay. And what do dogs do when they feel threatened and their backs are pushed against the wall? What do? They attack. Oh, yes, they do. So please do not put yourself in position to be hurt. I'm just saying it's some type of social media challenge. I don't know if it's a challenge or, it's so much stuff that's always going on social media. So I don't know if it's a challenge or, whatever the case is. Whatever it is, do not try this foolery at home. That's all I'm going to say is do not try this foolery at home, because somebody could get hurt in a situation like this. Somebody can be drastically and seriously hurt because you're playing and then you are recording that. Cedric, you're saying, oh, heck to the no now. Absolutely. Putting dog, baby, they sit up there putting a little Alpo dog food or whatever brand it is, putting it in there, making it seem like it's some beef stew. And listen, fellas, for the fellas that's eating this dog food, listen, you knew she wasn't cooking at first. Now all of a sudden she want to cook you a meal. You better think twice about eating that. Look, the old folks used to always say, listen, you bet if you know that you doing that woman wrong, you better not accept no food from her. What kind of foolishness is that? You out here, you cheating, and you think because she hasn't said anything, you think that you are just good to go. You thinking that you have not been found out, like you are just all good, like ain't nothing going on. You good to go, like, yeah, she ain't gonna say nothing, I got this. This is what I do, this is what I do over here, I do this. This is what I listen. Stop it. Please stop. You're sitting up here and you're putting yourself in harm's way. You sitting up here cheating, playing all these games, and she's sitting up here feeding you dog food, and you think that you got it covered. You think that you putting it down. You putting that schlong dong down. You think you just, baby, you have done it. You don't, I'm busting that thing wide open. Okay. And now you're sitting up here eating dog food because you thinking that you done busted wide open. All along, she done pulled your card. She done pulled your name and your number. She done pulled it all. And you sitting up here looking crazy, eating dog food. So listen, ladies, if you know that he's cheating and you tired of it, leave him. Leave him. But on no circumstance should you be sitting up here feeding these guys dog food. Because guess what? You still what's the purpose of you feeding them dog food and then you still sleeping with him and now you go get pregnant. Now you finna have his puppies. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Now you eating dog food because you finna be kissing and slobbing them all down. And so listen, so let's not do that. You don't know what kind of poisonous chemicals that's in that dog food that you guys are feeding to these guys. And again, I just don't think that this is a good trend. Somebody is going to get hurt if you all don't knock that ish off. Cedric, you saying you better preach, Granny. Yes, listen, them grandmas, we need to bring them grandmas back. Bring them, listen, my dear, y'all come on back because these heifers, some of these young hussies, they just don't know. I love being an old hussy because I know, listen, I've been there, okay? We ain't going to be doing all this. So listen. Let's knock all that foolishness off. Let's knock it. If he's cheating and you ain't with it and you tired of him, then listen, go ahead. Free yourself. Go ahead on, get yourself together. Go find you somebody that's going to treat you right. You don't have to accept this. You don't have to stay with a dude that's not doing right by you. But again, in my opinion, feeding them dog food, that's just like poisoning them. That's in my opinion. You are poisoning these guys because you're feeding them something other than what they think that they're eating. I will have you behind locked up. That's just me. I will have you arrested. I'm like, you know what? Y'all need to come and arrest this hooker right here because listen, she done fed me some dog food and I want her arrested. That's what I would do. I would definitely have you arrested, baby. So play around with it if you want to. You will be sitting up in jail, nappy weave and all. You will be sitting in jail. So don't put yourself in that position to be a part of all that foolishness because again, it's not even worth all of that. Yes, yes, that's what I said, Leo. Yes, listen. She's sitting up. He always in the street. Won't bring his stuff home. And she fixing his food, fixing the dog food and all this and that. Then he come in, slop her down, lie. She make break his car windows or something like that. He say the right thing, get in her head. Now he back in her panties, and now she pregnant. Now a few months later, she finna have his puppies. So look, you did all that feeding him the dog food for nothing. Just like for real, like don't even. It's like you're doing too much, you wasted your time, everybody's time in this situation. You have wasted all of our time. So listen, don't waste your time doing all of this. Again, if it's not what you want, if they not doing right how you feel that they should be doing you, if they not treating you right, if they're cheating, whatever it is that you are personally not happy about in that relationship, then you got to get out of it. You got to get out of it for yourself and do what makes you happy. But under no circumstance do you have a right to feed somebody some dog food because again, what if it was your son, your brother, your uncle, anybody in your family that some low budget chick feeding them dog food and they got really sick, like how would you feel? It wouldn't be a laughing matter then at that point. So young ladies, if y'all doing that dumb ish, please knock that ish off because again, it's not funny. And then when somebody mess around and get hurt, now it's oh, I didn't mean to. So just stop it now because it's not cute and it's not funny. Now listen, speaking of not cute and not funny, so this young man, he cancels his date with the young lady because of the way she was dressed. So she done got dressed up, baby. She all dolled up. She ready to go outside, baby. She about to get in these streets. So she's so excited. She done took a little selfie. Done sent a little selfie picture over. And sent a dude the picture that she going out with. She done sent him a little cute picture and everything. And he's like, yeah, we not going out. We not going out with you dressed like that. And she's like, dressed like what? So you all, her boobies was hanging all out of like, baby, there was no, the only thing that was concealed was the end part. I'm not gonna say it because I'm on these platforms and I don't want it, to get muted or blocked. But baby, them baby boomers were out, baby. Them chesticles was out. Plump as they want to be. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bada bing and bada bang was out. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't feel comfortable with going out with you dressed like that. And he's like, if you don't mind changing outfits, I would love to take you out. And oh, baby, she got, listen, the mouth just ridiculous. I can wear it. Ain't nothing wrong with this, baby doll. Everything is wrong with that. Would you go around your mom with it? Well, let me stop because a lot of these moms are dressing like that too. But it's like we've gotten so used to, a lot of people in today's society, especially a lot of the young people, a lot of the young women, they've gotten so accustomed to being butthole naked that the first guy that tells you, I don't like this, like you got to do something different, something wrong with him. He trying to be, I'm grown. You ain't my mama. I don't need nobody trying to tell me how to dress. I'm grown. I can do what I want to do. If you don't like the way I dress, then you can move around. And that's exactly what he did. He moved around. But here's the thing. Let's not be so quick to, oh, if I'm grown, if you don't like it, you can move. Let's not be so quick to take that type of attitude on. Young ladies, it's okay. He didn't come at her in a disrespectful way. He didn't come at her in a rude manner. He didn't come at her sideways. He was simply expressing his concern. And he has a right to express his concern, just like she has a right to not want to change her outfit. Leo saying, oh, she wouldn't be going out with me either. I ain't going out with nobody looking like a hooker. And that's exactly what that outfit was looking like. But she thought that it was a nice outfit because that's what everybody is doing in today's society. That's how people are dressing. In order for a lot of women to feel comfortable or to feel like, to get the attention that they feel like they need, everybody, it's a competition to see who's gonna get the most likes on social media. Like nobody would dare come and, God forbid you go outside like this with a full sweater on. Listen, I got too many clothes on according to today's society. And listen, if I wasn't secure in who I am and the woman I am, I would be out here trying. Listen, bada bing and bada bang. Listen, what you want? How much I want? Which one? Listen, I'll sit these bad boys on the platter. What you bring to the table, let me sit them on the platter right here. Which one do you want to know? Which one? I bring these right here. Bring these. Let's sit them right here on the table. That's how it could be. That's how it could be. But why? Like, I don't give a, look, I almost cuss and I don't even cuss. But, like, I don't have anything to prove. Young ladies, you don't have anything to prove to anybody. You got to love yourself. Now, listen. Back in the day, before there was social media, yes, baby, listen, the whole outfits was real. Listen, the whole outfits was real. When I was out, me and my girls, and we were out, listen, the whole outfits, the whole boots, the whole shoes, can't do that no more. Can't do that no more because, listen, I have to make sure that I am keeping my knees and my ankles happy. See, I have to live my life on the straight and narrow. You know why? Because the way these knees are set up and the way my ankles are set up, they don't play that ish. Okay? They're not playing the ish where you can have on the 4-inch hooker boots and be walking outside or walking in the club all day and still be all right. No, ma'am. No, sir. My knees ain't set up like that. So for all you young ladies that your knees and your ankles are set up like that, rock out, baby, rock out. Because it's going to come a time where, you know what, you just want to sit back and you just want to sip your tea. You don't want to mess with nobody. You just want to sip and mind your own business. You know why? Because you've been there and you've done that. You know how it is. But knowing how it is yesterday is way different than it is today, because everything that you all do today, everything is pictures. Everything you have pictures and everything is recorded today. Listen, you will never know about my hooker outfits or my whole boots unless one of these hating son of a guns put some pictures up there and like, oh yeah, Jay, she's in up here trying to listen. Baby, I wore the best hooker look, the best hooking clothes, hooking shoes. Listen, yes, I did. Yes. See, that's when I was coordinated. And my feet, listen, let me tell y'all something. This is real. This is some real talk. Y'all come on in here. See, when my feet, they cooperated. When my knees, they cooperated. When my knees were my friend, listen, there was nothing nobody could tell me. You couldn't tell me nothing. Okay, you couldn't tell me, baby. Had the knee high hooker boots, the thigh high hooker boots, the hooker shorts. Listen, you would have thought I was a paid hooker. Listen, my mom, look, now my family didn't play all that. Now listen, you may dress like a hooker, get out here acting like a hooker. I got some for you, So that's how it was. But it was fun. So I understand. But when I was out or going out with the men, listen, I wasn't wearing no hooker outfits with the dudes. I wasn't. Listen, my friend, my good friend, which is a guy, baby, he would always sit, listen, if we would be together, we used to hang out so much. Just my real good guy friend, one of my best friends in this world still today. And listen, if I put too much lip gloss on or lipstick or whatever when we were hanging out together, he would always tell me, listen, now what you got all that on for? See, now he was a little short dude. So we would always laugh about, listen, I'm not going to be sitting up here trying to fight and defend you and you got all of this stuff on. So he's like, listen, wipe all that, he would literally wipe that off. Because I'm telling you, we on this west side, if somebody come after you, that's just you. And I would be like, so you just gonna leave me because I asked you to take it off. So I understand that it was always comical, but I understood what he was saying for his safety, for my safety. I mean, and it's like going back in the club back in the day, listen. And I can only imagine how much more worse it is today. Dudes snatching you up, grabbing on you, touching you just because of the way that you're dressed. I hated that. But it's like at the same time, I'm like, first of all, let me say this. I don't think that any woman deserves to be touched inappropriately. I don't. I really don't think that any woman deserves to be touched inappropriately. You don't. But if you are not mindful and if you are wearing certain things, you put yourself in position to be groped, to be touched. And it shouldn't happen. It should not. But I put myself in that position. I put myself in that position to be touched. Because here's the thing. When you're dressing sexy around this, guys got the drinking alcohol. You out in the club setting, drinking alcohol and all of this other stuff. You're putting yourself in harm's way. You truly are. You're putting yourself in harm's way if you are not careful. So going in the clubs, nakedness and alcohol, no, they don't have the right to touch you. But let's be honest, they do. A lot of time, and that was back in the 90s. I mean, I'm like, why are you? But then I look, and it's like I'm advertising. I'm showing you everything. So of course I'm enticing you. Of course I'm turning you on or whatever it is. Of course I'm doing something just by the way that I'm dressed. Again, not condoning. You don't have to touch someone because of the way that you dress. A man does not have the right to touch a woman because of the way that she's dressed. He does not have the right to do that. What I'm saying is when we dress a certain way, we are putting ourselves in a position where, listen, we're opening up some things that we may not be ready for. So let's not put ourselves in position to get hurt. Let's do what we have to do to protect ourselves. So that's all I'm saying. We have to protect ourselves. We got to protect ourselves and we got to be wise. So young lady, that's all he was trying to tell you was, listen, I'm not trying to get hurt. I'm not trying to put myself in position to be hurt. And I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want that. I don't want you to get hurt. So can you do this for me? Can you do this for yourself? Let's do something. Let's figure out how can we compromise? How can we make this How can we do this where we both are fine with, you know, your outfit? Let's compromise on that. But baby, she was just like, no, sir. Okay? No, sir. No, sir. And no, sir. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. So if you can't respect me and what I got going on, then you know what? Kick rocks. But she was not wrong. He was not wrong for asking her that. Ladies, let's, put ourselves in position to be safe. Guys, listen, I'm going to take a short musical break. I'm going to go get Lady Lotus because Lady Lotus done pulled up. So give me a minute, y'all, and I will be right back because you know what? This is what we doing up in here. This is just how it's rocking up in here. So if I can get this little song to play real quick, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Just how it's rocking real quick up in here. So if I can get this little song to play real quick, I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all see me dancing? I'm back, y'all. Look at who with me. We are up in here. You all listen. Woohoo! Listen, it's esthetician.
Yeah.
Chandler.
Ooh.
Mother of a group of cool
I
dudes.
don't know about that right now, but hey, y'all.
And a little lady. Lady Lotus. Hey, girl. Listen, now you already know.
That cold hand on you.
I got to have, I'm cold up in here already because I got to have my heats off because you know what? My heater, they sound like truck engines. And so when they come on, they like, and it would be real loud up in the feed. So I didn't want to, do you all like that. So, we're not going to even worry about it. But guys, listen, it's us. We up in here, listen, with the hot topics. Look, okay? Look, we was just talking about the young ladies. And I was telling them about when we used to wear the hooker outfits.
Ooh. Not to fold it up and put it in my purse.
Them outfits.
Let me tell y'all, my little shy self was so nervous about getting out in the party world. And I was covered from neck to ankles, okay? I had the boots that came on my thighs with a long skirt on.
A long, what kind of skirt?
The long
split skirt.
It was the long, wait, what is that, velvet? And it had the split all the way up the side. Now I'm the girl who gonna give you a little bit. I ain't gonna give you no lot, baby. By the time the end of that summer came, I had look two tops, the little skirt folded up and put it in the purse. I pulled the purse out. I'm on my way to your house, Jay.
Baby, we was serving it up. So the whole heels,
Baby,
the whole outfits, everything.
in line for hours, waiting to get in free.
On days like this,
On
baby.
days like
child, when
this.
that snow, we could get a look. All we needed was some street that we was able to walk out the car to the doggone venue. That's all we needed. But now today,
Not
listen.
doing it.
I don't
I'm
remember.
not even waiting in the line at a restaurant. If it takes too long, I'm leaving.
I don't even want to be outside in all of this foolishness because, I can't. And I'm like, listen, the way my knees are set up, I have to respect my knees because, back in the day, I didn't do them right. Listen, you all wearing them whole heels.
And doing the making drops. Better slow down on them drops because I used to pop, lock, and drop it, honey.
And now
And
you
I
just
can pop. And you might get a half of a lock, but ain't no dropping.
And because when I drop, that's it. It's no drop and get back up. It's just either a drop or drop and stay down, or just don't even do it. But you know what? The way my knees are set up, I ain't trying to even drop because they can drop on their own. And I'm just like, and it's every time I try to go somewhere. Now, so that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to respect my knees. I'm going to respect all they have been through.
I'm respecting my knees and my ankles for those 4-inch heels I was wearing with the platform in the front of them. Because now my ankles say no.
See, now I ain't never been able to do those.
Those was my thing.
I fell in the street.
I thought I was a little Puerto Rican. My little Puerto Rican came out. Y'all get y'all Puerto Rican hair. Y'all think, baby, I go on North Avenue in Pulaski, go up into the little store, get me them little chunky heels. You could put my little brown lip liner around my lips with the Carmex. Little Puerto Rican today, honey.
We was doing it, baby.
No, I'm not.
We was doing it. We was doing it. But did you ever dress like that going out on a date?
No.
See, and that's what the young
That's
lady.
what you do with your girl.
Exactly.
When you're going out on a date, do a little sophistication. I would say this: you could be sexy. You could do the slip dresses are really nice. I like a nice slip dress with a little, little circle right here, show a little thigh. But you can't be on no date with your boobs out, you got your hips out, your thighs out, you just showing everything. You leaving nothing for his imagination. He ain't looking you in your face, he just looking at your chest.
You leaving nothing to the imagination. So this is the outfit she had on. He said he wasn't going out on no date with her.
That child knew that a shirt was. I can't stand y'all.
Yeah, and so it's like, and she got upset, but it's like, you gotta understand, like, you putting him in jeopardy, you putting yourself in jeopardy, and I'm like, I don't want my son or one of my nephews or anybody, none of these young men I know to get hurt because you don't know when to put your hooker ways up. Look, when you with a guy, you already know. People don't, especially today. I know how they were back in the 90s, so I can only imagine how they are today.
Now and what we would have did with that. Just threw on a tank top. You could have threw on a belly top, the little belly tank tops, even the
little bra thing. That's what the little tube bra.
Yeah.
We would have had the little tube bra on.
That's how we wore our overalls.
We
would still got the little side out on your overalls.
Yep.
But
baby, she got this one piece, this jumper on that really don't have. The only thing that the strap is covering again is the end.
It covers my nipples.
And you can't. So it's like that's what it's covering.
One hot chick.
That's it. And you know what? And she bend over and she get the twerking, baby. She blessing everybody with them twins. So all I'm saying is, we gotta do better, young ladies. Y'all gotta, start listening. And I know she just mad because, listen, these old brides, they always trying to hate.
I be there.
Baby, listen.
I ain't hating.
Never hating. Because you know what? Look, again, I had my whole season. I had my hooker season. Speaking of whole, and hooker season.
Uh-oh.
The next hot topic, this guy says, is it possible for a woman to really come out of hoe phase? Is it possible?
Was she ever
Once
really
in
good?
hoe phase, and now she's like, okay, you know what? I'm in a relationship now, so I'm no longer gonna be in hoe phase. He wants to know, is that even possible? Are you able to come out hoe phase? Is hoe and being a, is that really a phase, or is that really who she is? Now you know what? I'm gonna tread lightly because I don't know. Listen, I'm not a hoe, okay? So I'm gonna ask a hoe or two what they used to do, but I'm not gonna point out any hoes. I'm not gonna call nobody no hoes out. If they wanna message me and say, Jay, I'm a reform, I was out there just doing whatever it is, but I'm no, no, no. My mama didn't raise no hoe. My dad made it. Well, my dad said, I don't know what the hell.
I don't know. I think I came from a long line of unpaid ones. Grandma was a Rolling Stone. My mama half a Rolling Stone. I had a couple of summers.
You a Pebble?
I had a couple of.
You be a Pebble.
I'm a Pebble. Because I was a Puma. I might be a Cougar now, but I was a great I was a Puma. Now, thinking in the good girl gone bad phase of life, because I ain't a hoe, and I can't really speak for hoes. But in the good girl gone bad phase, is she really a hoe? Was she ever a hoe? She just got hurt really, really bad and decided to say F these dudes and just was like, I'm going to just sleep with whoever sleep with me because my heart broken, my heart hurt, and it's all I want. I don't want to be in a relationship, and this is what I'm going to do.
So does that make her a hoe? Especially if she's single.
In that moment, she is. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. I got in trouble for this. And I was told that I put a bad taste in his mouth for saying this. But my definition of being a hoe isn't being paid for sex. If I'm not with you for a long term to be in a relationship that we're looking towards our future, then to me, I'm being a hoe because that's not what I want. I don't want to just date or just be out here sleeping with somebody with no long end goal. So I messed up and made the statement of, if we break up, I'm gonna be a hoe. You gotta fix stuff when you're talking to your man. You gotta make it sound cute and right. Because they put a bad taste in his mouth and he wasn't feeling me no more. And then I had to go back and fix it. Like, I ain't saying like I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna sell it. But I'm not gonna bring anybody home to our daughter.
Right.
So that means that if I'm not dating for longevity, I'm being a hoe. I'm sorry.
Right. And it's like, the thing is, it's like once we are no longer together, then what I do in my private life is not your business anymore.
And I thought being a hoe meant I was getting paid for it.
Well, I like this
analogies of this stuff is changing because I remember when gay men happy.
But it's like when my favorite saying, you can always smell it on a girl who sell it. So yes.
Well, I feel like that's something your friend mama said. All the hoes with ankle bracelets.
Oh, man, listen. So that's what I'm saying. So it just depends on what a person's because different people got different definitions.
Tell us y'all definition of a hoe.
Yes.
What is a hoe?
Right. Because you know what? Some of you all are laid up with some hoes and y'all don't even, y'all by my standard, there could be a hoe. You could be laid up with a hoe. Listen. Hoes gotta have fun too, okay?
Hoes need love too.
That's what I'm saying. That's
not from a pimp.
That's because they don't listen
from a man.
They'll pop you around, smack you around, and all this other ish. But listen, again, you have to, when you are in a relationship or you even going on a date, if you want a man to take you seriously, then you have to dress the part. You have to dress the part. And if a man that means to me, instead of that young lady getting upset, you should have been happy that he respected you enough to ask you to change your outfit, to ask you to cover up, not go into these ends always trying to control somebody.
That's because she has no respect for herself.
And you ain't got no home trainer. Why you think of somebody trying to tell you something of value or of importance, somebody trying to control you? Let's listen, young people, young ladies, come here. Auntie,
Come here.
we aunties, us aunties want y'all to not be like that. Just stop.
We don't want y'all to be like us sometimes.
Stop. No, they worse than we are because it's like, I wasn't going around my mama or my grandma or nobody else, dressed like that. I didn't want my mama to,
Did you hear me say the outfit was folded up and put in the purse?
When you want,
I didn't want my
know we
mama
was
or my
hoes.
kids looking at me like that. You will see the picture later. Don't
Right,
ask
20
no
years
questions.
later.
Don't ask no questions. Ain't one picture on the wall. They in a box.
Right.
Told y'all last year, 2 years ago, I was gonna show y'all the pictures. No,
Right.
I ain't
You
showing
only,
my mama
right.
feed.
Right. You only need to be knowing all that. Like,
Mhm.
your mama don't need to know that, that her daughter is a hoe. She don't need to know, the
She
family
know
don't
her
need.
daughter
Right.
because she a hoe.
Right,
because
right.
She got it from her mama. She dressed like that because her mama dressed like that. Some of these little girls out here, y'all buying them these Shein clothes and y'all buying them these little outfits and y'all little matching jogging suits and y'all and they got their little because y'all want to make that little online money. Wait till she turns 17 or 18 and you don't want her dressing like that. She
And
gonna
you
go back and
can't
she
tell
gonna
her
pull up them videos because you can't tell me nothing. You tell me to do it.
I'm grown. Cedric said, I ain't gonna lie, I was a male hoe back in the day. Welcome, Cedric. Hey, welcome, Cedric. Hey, join. And my sister Leanna, she said, hey, Blanner, she's saying nowadays these women don't want to be taken seriously. And then Pretty Tasha is saying, right, that is embarrassing, so disgraceful. Absolutely. Again, so it's just like you can't be out here, if you want a man to take you seriously. Again, if you're not trying to go out and seriously date this man, then, get you somebody that's going to be okay with you dressing like this. But stop thinking that just because somebody's trying to tell you something for your own good, stop thinking that people are trying to control you because everybody that's trying to tell you something good, you may not like it, but that doesn't mean that a person is trying to control you or trying to judge you because you can't tell people nothing nowadays because the moment you say something, you're always judging me. Listen, ain't nobody judging you. We just trying to help you.
This is a very sensitive generation.
I don't think they sensitive. They just rebellious. They don't just like to listen to nothing.
Everything hurt their feelings. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna tell my mom. Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that to me.
Please, all the stuff that we got said to us.
Let me tell you something. I done been knocked to Kingdom Come. Told I was going to Kingdom Come. I put you back where you came from.
Facts.
I done rolled off the porch trying to play. I done rolled down the street and tore my leg up trying to skate, trying to run from my parents. That's why we ain't built like y'all.
And see,
we know what pain is.
We even know where Timbuktu is because we've been knocked there. Yes, Timbuktu is a real place in Africa, baby. And listen, I will knock you to Tim. Now, if you got told you was going to get knocked to Timbuktu, get out the way because that's about to be a hard hit that's coming your way, beloved, okay? It's coming. And when you get knocked to Timbuktu, you're going to get one of them hits that you was expecting Tyson to land on Jake Paul. You're going to get one of them hits. You make your head bobble and you like, ooh, what the F? And don't make a mistake and cuss in front. Listen, they're gonna listen. They're gonna knock you. Listen, you already in a time capsule traveling to Timbuktu. You mess around in cucks. They're gonna give you a one-way ticket. They're gonna knock you from Timbuktu to Kingdom Come, all in one rip. So just be ever you mindful, okay? You just gotta be mindful because listen,
it's a
right.
You know what happened?
You be like,
who hit me?
Like,
who hit me?
You like, what? You got a knot right here.
Remember it. We remember these things for the rest of our lives, which makes me even now say yes, ma'am.
Right. Because you don't want none.
Ma'am. Sir.
You don't listen. You don't want none. And I'm telling you, my grandmother, God rest her soul, man, I love my grandma. So you listen, that was my number one ace right there. Baby, she had a stroke and that left hand didn't have no feeling. I'm like, ooh, that was a powerful weapon, baby. She would take. I'm like, ma'am, that's like hitting somebody with a sledgehammer. That doggone hand didn't have no feeling, and she used to use it, and just she will knock the mess out of you with that 2x4, that sledgehammer that she. I'm like, Grandma,
And
you
you did.
gotta stop hitting people with that hand.
Because you did it to
Right.
yourself. You asked for it. You did it to yourself. You asked for it. I done warned you. I done told you to stop.
Well, see her. I was her favorite. You know, I was one of her favorites. Don't
And my
tell me.
grandma
So
took
I
that
really
house
didn't
shoe
get
off
hit.
real quick. I got that house shoe. I only got the house shoe when she was combing my hair.
I ain't
If
get
she
none of
pulled
it.
that house shoe off, let me go. Ouch, let me cry. Ooh, that's something you crap butt
That's
right
what I'm
there.
saying. And
Something, let me give you
Something.
something to cry for.
And they don't know nothing about that either. Parents, y'all gotta bring that back. Y'all gotta bring back. I'm gonna give you something to cry for, because I think that y'all are lacking on that. You gotta give them something to cry for, because see, they don't know what that is. See,
They ain't gonna get them nothing to cry for, because they about to go buy $5,000 worth of Christmas presents that's gonna stop being played with by February. The report card day gonna come around, and ooh, you gonna wish you hadn't spent none of that money, but you gave them something to cry for and spent about $400-500.
See, and you are, and that's what y'all gotta be mindful for when you going shopping and stuff for the holidays. Look, I'm telling you, my son, he used to always get so excited, like, right, because you know Christmas stuff comes early now. They start putting Christmas stuff out in July now.
Yes.
But back in the day, they was putting the Christmas stuff came out after the day after Thanksgiving. That's when you started getting prepared for
Black Friday.
Christmas. So, but now it's all over the place. But he used to wait for that Toys R Us book to come.
Girl, you know what book it is now?
What?
Girl, it's Walmart. Not Walmart. It's Target and Amazon.
Ooh.
Amazon.
They have books?
Amazon sent the book in the mail this thick. That child, your best friend, done went and marked up everything. I said, you already got a dollhouse. You don't need that. You don't play with it. You don't play with the one you got. I'm not buying it. I'm not doing. Well, what I'm gonna get for Christmas? I don't know, because you got everything. I don't think you need anything.
See, I used to bring my son when he go through the book and all this and that. I used to bring him. I'm like, all right, so now like the week after, I give him a week to look through the book and everything, and then I go in there and look and see all this stuff that he done selected off, and I have to tell him, I say, son, your mama don't hold no more. Your mama work a job, okay? Your mama cannot afford. Listen, what you want this for? You got about 12 different, you know, them big electric cars that they can ride around. You got 12 cars, electric cars. Where we gonna put this ish at? Okay, you got everything like all just your mama don't hold no more. Your mama work a job, okay? So you gotta be mindful. And I'm telling you, the bootleg man, he used to love all these movies and stuff. Ooh, shout out to the bootleg man back in the day, baby.
That
bootleg man,
baby. Book and get what you want.
Yes, like man, that bootleg man was just baby. Now he did get all the movies in the game. You know, he got all that because our bootleg man, he had the hook up on music and everything was always so crisp and clear. Still got them bootleg movies to today. One of these days, I'm gonna pop that DVD player open and just reminisce back in the day.
Threw away a box of them. Get this
No, I'm never throwing them away. I like to just reminisce back in the day. Now listen, speaking of reminiscing, this dude, what do you all think about this? This lady, she's like, listen, this brother put that schlong dong on her, baby. He put it on her. She was like, that ish was so good. She was like, I ain't never leaving this man. So after, they in the process of doing that little pillow talk. How you doing, baby? Yeah, I love you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Now I don't know where this, listen, we laying here after we done got through, baby, who's in it? Bang your head back, just done bang her head on back to the, headboard, just done choked her all, did all this. Got all that. Where does this question come from? I have no idea.
Not a question.
But he said, so they asking each other personal questions. And they agreed to be honest. Now, again, this is after having, as she described, some mind-blowing, just the horizontal mumbo was off the chain. And he said he wanted to know her body count. Okay, maybe it was that good. He wanted to know who. He said, "This is so good. Who taught you how to do that with your thing, girl? Who taught you?" Baby, she snatched his soul. I don't know what prompted that question.
Maybe, it was a little loosey goosey.
So, but
it
it
might
was
have been good to her.
because it was. She said it was some of the best that she done had. So she was like, she's feeling vulnerable and she feeling open. She was like, she decided to be truthful. So she told this man her number was 64. Her body count was 64. And she said, well, after my response, he got up and left. She said, we was just saying, I love you. She said, I tried to grab some paper and do some math problems and divide the number by my age so he could see that my number was really low, but he wasn't hearing it.
Let me do some math right now.
So she said,
that's older than how I am.
She said, how can I get my man back, y'all?
I don't think
baby, he gone.
He gone.
Beloved,
he gone with the wind.
Never again coming back. Never again once more.
Don't tell no man nothing like that. You better say 10 and stick to it.
She said,
you better say 5.
Baby, she said 64, but she tried to get up to get the. Wait, baby, please don't leave. Wait, let me show you. If you take 64 and divide it by 35 and times 2, that's how it's 1.2 guys every 5 days. That's it, baby. So if you really look at the grand scheme of things,
don't make no sense, ma'am. If you tell me 3 people a year, that doesn't make any sense. You beyond one person a year because you're not even 65.
Hey, Lord Tanae, how you doing? He's saying that he worried about the wrong way. Lord Tanae is saying he worrying about the wrong thing that he can't handle the answer to. That's
an adult answer right there, but don't ask questions you can't answer. Hey, listen, don't give out answers that people can't handle, and don't ask questions people can't handle.
Cedric said he left and went straight to Strojers. Listen,
stick it in there, doctor. Go on, put it in there. Please.
My thing is this. Now, if you go, I don't understand. Like, my thing is, I'm baffled by where did that question come from after doing the horizontal? Like, how do you get that question right there in that moment? Like, how does that?
For me, it's only 2 things. It either was that good that you want to know who taught her all this, or, it's just, it seemed like you done kind of been ran through type of feeling. I think for me, it's more so, why would you even want to ask me that? Like, what is why?
Lord Tanae is saying, baby, you're the first.
Lord Tanae.
But she got 5. She got 12 kids, and listen, they all got the same daddy.
They all got the same daddy. Unless I told you different. However many daddies they got, that's how many I've been with, sir.
Lord Tanae is saying that's not important after the act. But here's the thing, to ask that question again, I'm not a big fan of the what's your body count, because again, whatever it is that you say, they're not gonna believe it anyway.
It's never gonna be what is the right number?
Exactly.
What is the right number for all right, we all grown here. What is the right number for someone 35 years old? Whatever the number. And this person lost their virginity in high school. What is the right number?
And then here's the thing also too, is it's like, okay, wait, if you like what if you meet, like, there's a lady, she's a virgin, she played off of Insecure, and she's like almost 40, and she says she's waiting till she's getting married. People slamming her for being a virgin at 40. Yeah. What's wrong with her? Something must be wrong with her. Something, so it's like, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you hoe, you're darned if you don't. So make it make sense. Here's the thing, everybody. Do what makes you happy. But ladies, now listen. You gotta listen.
Tread lightly.
Very. Take care of that
Just take
thing.
that business to yourself. That's your business.
My
That's
sister,
ain't nobody big. I wish somebody would. I'm glad nobody never asked me nothing.
I've
like
been
that.
asked that
I
a
have
couple of.
not.
I've been asked that a couple of times. One time, I answered it very honestly, and I'm lying. Well, what the? And see, this is why I need my sisters to just say some cuss words for me. What I got to lie to you for?
Right.
So now, if I got free, I don't. My hoo-ha is not friendly. We don't like everybody. My sister Leanna said, men, mind your business.
Thank you, Leanna. Get up all out my twat.
Pretty Tasha said, me either. Listen, I'm with my sister.
In my twat closet. Don't worry about what's in my closet.
The skeletons that I have in the snow, the souls that may or may not have been snatched by my hoo-ha
It's my
is,
business.
that's right.
And I am not Slim Shady.
That's right.
I am not cleaning out my closet.
And
for you.
our hoo-ha, this is our hoo-ha. This is my purse. And how many coins I got in my purse,
It's my business.
never you mind. 2 snacks.
It's information.
That's right. So mind your business. Like my sister said, mind your business.
Man,
But
your business. That's
that
all.
was not a good time to ask that question. Pretty Tasha is saying, I don't think a person should be worried about how many partners she or he has with, as long as they don't have any sexually transmitted diseases. I agree, Pretty Tasha.
That sounds like a better question. You know, have you ever had sexually transmitted diseases? How long ago was it when you had one? And did you get that taken care of really good? Should we go to the doctor together beforehand?
Right.
Not know how many people you slept with.
Cedric is saying Jimmy had. Listen, Jimmy. Now listen, the way some of these listen,
Jimmy
I'm
crack
just gonna
on
say,
and I don't care.
the way that some of these folks, these young people move today, y'all gonna need a little something more than the Jimmy had, because they doing some things that, listen, I didn't even see stuff this nasty that these folks doing in porn back in the day. You know that
I don't even know what they doing.
that 70s porn, you know, they all the porn, it all had the same sound. You like, wait, what? You trying to, like, wait, what is,
It always makes you turn your head to the
you
side.
like, what is that?
You put this VHS cassette tape
Hey,
back.
you gotta rewind it. You like, what? Is that possible? What is that? I wonder if that could, you know, that's how it was back. But today, you look at this stuff, you like, oh, that one, no.
I'm glad I ain't seen none of that.
Oh, this is look like, what is that? Is that a cute? Is that a mop? What is? You like?
So you didn't say a mop.
Like, what is he? What?
What is he using?
And he put that there? Oh my,
Y'all
baby.
let people put things where things don't belong.
baby, y'all, you be sitting up here, you like, clutching my pearls, both of them. Jeez, I'm like,
didn't buy from the store, don't come around me with it.
I'm just like, woo, child.
And I mean the store, not a store. The store that sells these things.
If you ask, they say, if you have to ask that question, you're not the one for me. Cedric is saying, Hercules. Pretty Tasha is saying, right, Sister Van, darned if you do, darned if you don't. You're doggone it, because these folks, baby, right here, they just,
There's never satisfied.
you said no matter what you do, you will never be able to please everybody. And myself, I don't give a flip. Oh, I like that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's gonna be my word, Pretty Tasha. Flip. No, because I may mess around and say the other F
No,
word.
you should.
I don't-
No, you can do it.
You think
I
I
don't
can?
give a flip. Remember when I used to say filth, floor, and filth?
But I just want you to just at that point, I just want to say the word. You know, just go ahead. But you saying please. You said some flips about what other think. Someone will always have something to say or try to find fault in something in you, something or in you. And Lord Tanae say, I will always strap up until we're an hot item as one. I'm like, listen, and even with being a hot item as one, I'm like, can we make sure we both, because I could be a hot item as one and you still out there, got schlonging that dong, you know, schlonging it over here, slunging it over here and slunging it over there. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I thought that this slung dong was only coming. And you like, oh, here you go. Here you go. So listen, let's not ask those type of questions because I just think that, listen,
Those are not grown.
if
That's
you
not a
don't
grown
want to
people
be there,
question.
then don't be there. Now, Leo off of YouTube, he's saying, don't ask me either. Yeah, let's go to the doctor together. And then he's laughing at the old porn, and the old porn sounds, baby, because them porn movies used to be
Oh
like,
my goodness.
they just be staticking and all that other ish. But yes, you definitely have to make sure that you are just take care of yourselves. My sister's saying we can do whatever we want. If you're not interested, move around. Also, women don't really ask that, so y'all should. We don't. We
do
definitely do not ask
do
that.
not.
We do not because, again, whatever you've done in your past is your past. Unless your past. Now, the only thing that I feel like in your past sexually that I would want to know is if you have been with a man. Because if you have been with a man, I want to know this. Ladies, let me know. What's the poll on that? If he has been with a man, do you want to know that? But he don't say he's not saying he's not considering himself Ray.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna ask you the question, but if I have to put that out there, because I've never asked no man that, I would never ask a man that. Now, if you got a little twinkle in your walk and a little twinkle in your eye that make me feel like, you know, you might play on both sides, we're gonna have to figure that out. But if because if you tell me yes,
let me tell you, I never asked. But baby, I'm telling you, I should have, because baby, I didn't find out he didn't have a tinkle or an inkle in his eye that I saw until after the fact. I said, oh baby, wait a minute, he done opened the whole candy jar
I don't want to know.
up in this ish, and I'm just like, whoa, what the heck? I could not believe.
I'm not asking that question.
I
Now, if it comes to me, then I'm gone because I'm not gonna be able to handle it.
I mean, we were over, but the whole candy jar was bust wide open, and I'm just like, wow. Like, he never told me. This was years later, years after the fact. I ran into him, and I'm not gonna say specific details because I'm not trying to, put all his business out there. But we ran into each other at a store. I was coming in. I was leaving out, and he was coming in, and he was with this guy, and they were holding hands. And baby, when he saw me, he dropped that guy's hand, and he looked like a deer stuck in the headlights, like, oh my
So it's a
God.
possibility that didn't necessarily have to happen prior to you. I mean, like that could have just been like a new phase in his life.
I have no idea, but I had no idea that he had a taste for slung dong.
But that's what I'm saying. He might have got the taste of slong dogs, since the world is open now. We stepping out there. Maybe he didn't know. Because you could have asked that question and he'd be like, no, I've never. But then,
But
I
now
might want
looking
to.
back, I'm like, I'm like, when I look back, I'm like, I can see how that's very possible. I can see how that's very.
You see the little
I
twinkle?
can-
You
no,
found
I
the
didn't-
twinkle
I
afterwards?
didn't see the twinkle, but I can see, just in some of the, not even, they were not twinkle ways, but I can see how he would end up there. I can see, I was able to understand how he ended up there, and I'm just like, well,
I dated someone with questionable tendencies, and it wasn't the twinkle in the eye; it was the sexual behavior. And it made me go ask, like when you gotta go ask other men, like, do men really want to do that? Like, are you really into that?
That's a good question.
And they would say, like, no. Why would I want that when I can have that? And then I feel like, okay, if you like that, that might be a special treat or something, maybe once or twice a year. But it was like,
if it's talking about pegging anything with doing with his butt, I get scared.
honey, let me tell you, this brother would not get that was his only excitement. And then
Oh.
the crazy thing is both of his brothers were. One brother decided he wasn't anymore and got married and had kids. Now he had a kid, but we did have that conversation because now you're telling me both of your brothers are, have you ever? And it's just like, no. But it's what you're constantly asking for and throwing temper tantrums because you can't have it.
Oh, I'm scared.
And this ain't no dude that was in prison or anything like that. This is like a regular go to work, been to college, and it's just like, nah, I can't do this with you because you making my mind wonder this about you.
What kind of nasty, foolish tendencies that you have?
It's just why do you like? No, I'm okay. Back on B.
Yeah, Leo saying stay safe and safety first, and Cedric he is saying to each him or her own, but that ish is nasty. And my sister is saying, I need to know if a man has been with a man. I need to know if he's had or have any diseases. And do you have any crazy women creeping around corners? Yes. The crazy one. I totally agree with that, Lee. I totally agree. Those are the questions.
Now that's a top dating question right there. Do you have any crazy women that we need to worry about?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Go ahead.
Don't laugh at me, okay, y'all? Please don't. Don't message me with your little jokey jokes. Yeah. Don't hit record.
Oh, this gonna be good.
Don't be like Lady Lotus dumb. Okay, so I was getting picked up for dates, right? And this was like a really nice, car. And so it seemed like every time I got picked up, the car would say, Gail is coming. And so I'm sitting here like, who is Gail? Who the hell is Gail? And how come every time he get out the car is telling me Gail is coming? So one day I finally said, can you please tell me who is Gail and why she always coming? And I tell y'all, that man looked at me and said, that's the weather. The car is warning you of a storm. The name of the storm is Gail. So like today we had all this rain and all this stuff today. His car would have told us that Gail was coming. Gail is the storm.
You know what?
I tell y'all, I felt so dumb. I was ready to fight. Like, I want Gail to come. I don't know who this chick you got that done set this car up to tell me she coming. But I'm sick of it. I've had enough.
I thought that I was going to say for a minute, is he Gail? I thought that he was
Gail was the storm. When I tell y'all I felt so dumb, it was an Infinity, just so y'all know. The car
don't feel bad though. Don't feel bad.
Oh, I just couldn't do nothing but, and he's still here, y'all. He ain't leave my slow self.
Don't feel.
I just chunk it up to dumb blonde.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. Cause I've had more than my share. I've had more than my share of them. So I'm just like, listen. But I've been on the money with whenever I felt some foolishness, I've always been on the money. Like I've always been like dead on. And that was back in the day. Like I don't even waste my time like trying to, go and investigate that stuff like that anymore, because I'm just like, you know what, if this what we doing, it's like, then go on over there. Like you ain't gotta worry about doubling back this way. You can just stay over there. Pretty Tasha said that is the only two questions that I would want to know is if he is fruity or undercover Ray, and if he was a mental case before I enter. If he can't answer that, then he can beat it. And my Michael Jackson, beat it.
This is how you ask that question, because this is how I ask the question. Do you have any crazy and deranged tendencies that I need to know of?
See, I gotta be careful asking that, because if they turn around and ask me the same thing, now I got to explain my daddy and my daddy's side of the family. And
but see, that's not the question. I didn't ask you, do your family. I said you.
I'm my daddy's daughter, so you gotta be worried about
your daddy's daughter, so you just gonna give yours. I ain't ready to tell you how crazy my family is just yet.
It runs right here. So when it runs right here, it's right here.
It is.
So whatever
I ain't got to tell you about, look, he been here a long time. I still don't think he know about all the crazy.
I'm like, look, I said
he
now,
been
you
on
know,
vacation with him and still ain't seen all the crazy.
baby, listen, you come, you just, you come,
Y'all
it's a
can't hide the
certain, that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. So you just, I'll just be
You
like,
just
well,
don't ask the question.
I'm like, well, you know, ain't nobody in jail for it, or ain't
But
nobody
y'all
like,
crazy and deranged is not like crazy and controlling deranged. Like your crazy and deranged is more like fun, or I'm protecting my family. We laugh.
no, we just don't.
Crazy. We don't sugarcoat anything. We say what we gonna say. You gonna accept it or you ain't gonna accept it type of stuff. Don't come over here messing with my sister, because you mess with my sister, you gotta mess with all of us. When I feel like when we asking a dude, are you crazy and deranged? If I come in the door at 7:30, you ain't all up on me like this way you been. You ain't all up in my phone. You ain't who is that dude, like every move I make. You act like that? Let me find out you act like that.
I'm just saying the usual people in my family.
The majority, I'm talking about you.
So here's the thing. I think I don't look through nobody's phone.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you thinking about crazy and deranged of how the family
but I have done some things. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I've had my friend bring some. I called him and asked him to bring me the chemical from the company, the plant that he worked at, so I can put a drip on the guy's car so his whole engine can fall out.
I'm pretty sure that was well deserved.
It was.
I know.
But who makes a phone call like that and see, that's what I'm saying. So is that
But that's a don't test me. That's a don't play with me.
Just saying.
That's you get what you ask for, but I will tell you that in the
So
beginning.
Is that crazy or is that not?
That's crazy.
I can contain that.
No, see, they don't be doing that. They just be all up on you talking about you went outside and you came back home.
Yeah, see, I ain't
on the wrong side.
I ain't never doing all that.
My panties on the wrong side, or you left here and you smell like. I just don't want you outside my window looking in.
Listen, I done peeked around them TT bushes on that west side.
I guess we crazy and deranged because we had.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's
come get me right now.
So that's what I'm saying. So I don't want nobody asking me that, because then I'm gonna have to see. Now that's the question. That's what's gonna run you away. Are you crazy? Listen, now I would be like, you know what? So what's your definition of crazy? That's what I need to know.
I need to know that I a crazy match.
That's it.
I need to know that.
That's the important question.
I need to know that I a crazy match, and I just learned I also need to know that I a petty match.
That's the question.
Because I need your petty to match my petty.
Because
I don't need you telling me don't do that. No, I need you to encourage me, but also reel it back in.
Lord today is saying everyone has a little crazy, but you can tell when someone is totally shocked. Absolutely. Like Lady Loda said, our crazies have to match. My crazy is regular. I can contain it. If your crazy need a prescription, we are not the same. We are not equally yoked, and we will not be able to do this. And I wish you well in your journey. Beloved,
my memory.
I wish you well.
At this time in life, my memory is not set up to help you remember to take your medication, and my crazy is not set up to deal with your crazy when you don't take your medication. It's not gonna work.
It's not a balance. So you got to make sure that you are doing your due diligence and just take care of yourself. And just take care of each other, because we all got a little crazy. But listen, you all, speaking of crazy, we are a week away from Thanksgiving. And this is a great time of year. Everybody is stressing about having the right dinner and having the right table set up and just having the right ish. But tonight we just want to talk about keeping the thanks and Thanksgiving, because all of the things that I just mentioned in regards to making sure the ham comes out right, making sure the turkey, making sure we have the table is so beautiful and all this, all that is fun and everything in its place. But is that the true meaning? And is that the true thing that we want to celebrate? And this year, going into Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is really different this year for my family and I. It's gonna be very different because we lost, my nephew back in July. So, and it's been really rough because, he would always, it's just gonna be different without him. And it's like I lost my aunt, back in April. So it's been some deaths in our family. And as well as a lot of people else that's under the sound of my voice, we've taken some L's this year. And so that's why I'm just like, you know what? Let's not worry about all of this petty stuff, all of the stuff that doesn't even matter. Let's look around the table and let's be thankful for who is still here. Let's be thankful. Now, listen, if your family is extra, because I know some families, I'm a part of one. They make you call on the Lord all the time. You need the Lord. You got to start asking the Lord now for strength. You got, Lord, please don't let these folks be clowning. Please don't let these folks bring no liquor, no alcohol. Please let them.
The liquor and the alcohol. Ain't no please don't bring it.
See, because some folks don't know how to act.
Oh, baby, we acting good. We spinning around their floors. We dancing.
See, when you belong to a family that if you see liquor, I'm going to have to go head on and pack up and go. Because I already know it could be I know there's a strong possibility, depending on you got to see who it is. If the usual suspects are there and then there's some alcohol, you like, yeah, dog, here we go. Here we go.
I like it. It's a show. I like the show. You only get the show maybe once or twice a year. Enjoy the show. Embrace it.
No,
just keep that over there and don't bring it over here. Just I'm sometimes sit right here, baby, and I'ma say, look at this fool.
And the foolery.
You an auntie now. So when you auntie, you sit back there and you just fold your sweater clothes. And you sit there and you rock.
That's
and you just look at this fool. And you tell the other auntie, look at this fool right here. Just look at him. Look. Tomorrow his head gonna hurt. That one over there in that corner over there, that one gonna be throwing up in the next 30 minutes. These two about to fight right there. Go on, move the table out the way, baby, because I want to see it. I ain't seen the good fight in a long time. Y'all take that outside, because if you break something, we all about to whoop you. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to look at the window. Look at these. Look at what Kevin Hart said. Come here. Look at this. You just gotta embrace them for who they are and just love your dysfunctional family, because guess what? That dysfunctional family member might not be there next year. Then you're gonna be sitting there missing that fool in that liquor bottle.
Man, and I'm telling you,
just shake, y'all. Come on, we all on the do it with me. Just rub. Look at this. Sometimes just hug yourself. Let me go on back here with the old folk.
I'll be ready to put them out.
Why do you think the little kids had the little kid table? You gotta have the little kid table. You gotta have a drunk table. You gotta have a room for the people who play spades and don't know how to, play without being violent, getting upset at the family. You got Granny back in the back with her gun in her purse. Come on, we know our families now. We gotta learn how to be the ringleader.
And you know what? And speaking of being a ringleader, so it's just like we want to make sure that we are just bringing in the positive energies. We want to make sure that we are bringing in positive vibes and things of that nature. And listen, we want to get together and have a good time. You want to definitely love on each other, and you want to make sure that, listen, there are some rules, there are some protocol. Listen. Yes, when you are attending Thanksgiving, especially at other people's houses, okay? If somebody is hosting, you're not the host. If somebody is hosting, this is some etiquette, okay? Listen, if you've been invited to somebody's house, do not show up empty-handed.
Oh, right.
If you are an adult, don't show up at these folks' house empty-handed, okay? Do not do that. Don't do that. But here's the thing: if you are hosting, prepare as much food as possible prior to Thanksgiving so that you can not be, stressing. You want to have enough food for everybody, because that's one thing I'm like, when you having something and you got people over, you want to make sure that people feel welcome. You don't want people to be, feeling all some type of way because it ain't enough food to eat and all this other foolishness. We got to make sure that we have enough food for everybody to eat. We don't want nobody feeling some type of way. You want to ask other responsible people to help you out. This is for if you're hosting, so that you're not stressed out. So then by the time everybody get over to your house, you're not mad with an attitude and you're not all stressed out. You want to make sure that it is a lot, that you get as many hands on deck with that as possible. You also want to be flexible and expect the unexpected. Listen, somebody may be late, and anything could happen. Let's just focus on just being together and having a good time. You want to make everybody feel welcome, even if you have somebody that show up that you don't want that. Now listen, here's the thing. If somebody has invited you to Thanksgiving dinner, you can't go inviting everybody without asking the person that's hosting it. Just because that's your friend don't mean that they are welcome in somebody else's house. So you always want to ask if it's okay. Listen, Leo is saying, yeah, the holidays are rough for me too. I miss my mama, my sister, and auntie and uncles. Definitely sorry for that, Leo. And he said, oh, my family definitely dysfunctional. He said, I sip and I act a clown too. I'm the drunk uncle.
Come on.
Listen, at least you know who you are, Leo. I ain't even mad at it. Now look, when we preparing this dinner, okay, stick with the meal that you're good with. Stick for all the chefs and the cookers, this is not for you. But if you have been invited to somebody's house and they don't ask you to bring a dish to cook something, 9 times out of 10, you can't cook, beloved. That's just it. If they ask you to just bring the pops and the chips and stuff like that, next time, and then you decide to say, you know what? They didn't ask me, but you know what? I'm going to make them a marshmallow souffle. See, this is why they didn't ask you to cook right there. Marshmallow souffle, that's why they didn't ask you to cook, because you can't, and you showing up, you making something for the wrong ethnic dinner. You making something wrong. You're not quite there yet, okay? So be ever ye so mindful with that if they not asking you to bring anything. But listen, also when you're there and after dinner is done and we've all had a good time. Oh, wait, one thing. Your kids, when you go to somebody else's house, please do not have Chucky and Rosemary, Chucky, Malachi, run, Rosemary's Baby. Do not have them running through them folks' house. Listen, just because they treat your house like a jungle gym, you don't let them go over your auntie Gertrude house. See, that's why they don't invite y'all nowhere, because your kids don't know how to act. That's why, and they decide, listen, it's been a rough year. We're going to let her come, like she can't come. I got white furniture up in here. Her kids are uncontrolled. Her kids don't got no home training.
Furniture, you shouldn't be asking family to come to your house.
No, do not have Chucky, Malachi, and run running all through the house doing cartwheels. I'll be like, you do know that this is not the park, right? You do know that this is a living room.
Technically, if it's Thanksgiving family dinner, it's a showdown up in here. I'm just dysfunctional. Don't pay me no attention, y'all.
Listen, don't get your little
I'm
kid.
about to run through here.
Then let the
I'm
little
probably
kid
gonna
run
be
through
in the
here.
floor, rolling around, twirling, playing with them kids too.
Listen, you run through here. I'm gonna snatch her up, and now I'm gonna send you in there. I'm gonna make sure your shirt wrinkled so your mama can know you done got snatched up. And this is how you do it. You need to snatch them up like this. Listen, Sharonica, listen, look at my hand motion. Snatch them up like this. See, this is what you do. Snatch them up by the shirt. You don't have to grab them by the arm. Snatch them by the shirt. That's what you do. That's what the collar of the shirt is for you to snatch them. Snatch them up and get them out there, okay? Put them right where they're supposed to be. So don't have all the kids running through the house.
It's supposed to be a spot for them anyway.
If you got a lot of kids, listen, do not just bring one bag of chips. You need to bring enough stuff for the amount of people that you bringing with you. You need to bring enough for everybody, okay? Now, let's talk about as we get ready. We done had dinner and we having fun. Now we getting ready to exit out and everybody getting ready to go home. Please, if you know that all you have brought is the cranberry sauce, do not go out of there with 20 to-go trays.
I am.
What are you doing, you spirit?
You told me to bring the cranberry sauce, and that's what I did.
And then you're going to take
I sure am, and I came with my own Tupperware and my plastic bag.
I'll be taking your food, and I'll be like, you know what? I'll rebuke this one right here.
And it's going to be a Crucial Conflict showdown. Showdown.
Bring it on. That's what we want. Desperado. Let's move around. We gonna get it, baby. Because you come up in there with a can.
Let me tell you something. I've been waiting all year for your food. I've been waiting all year to eat grandma's stuff. And if it's 20 people in here and it's 100 pans in there, I'm out. I already bought my own Tupperware. I don't need your little your little styrofoam paper thing. I got my little Tupperware bowls. Go and get it. And I'm gonna take my man some home too.
You gonna get put out as well as Chucky and Ron and Man and your Tupperware will be emptied out.
And you know what I'm gonna tell you, right? You gonna touch my Tupperware, but you know what I'm gonna tell you? I been kicked out of better places than this. See you next year, fam. Peace.
And that's how you want to do
you
it.
You don't even know I made my place. Y'all gonna be like, what Keisha?
No, they be, listen, the ones, they be up. See, listen, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. If you're going to take 20 Tupperware and 20, this is what you do. See, you slide, listen, had the oldest, listen, be picking it up and fixing it and go run this to the car. Right. You don't take all
only
20 at one time.
No, she's about don't take 20. She knows. Put it in the car. Y'all want to take some food home? Yeah.
I'll be like, at this point, I'll be like, no, I don't want to take nothing home because everything is already in the car. When it's time to go, everything is already in the car. So this is what you do. So you have them, listen, if you need a little food you got to work the next day, you know, for Monday and stuff, start taking it as you go, but not wait till the last minute and then now you can visibly be seen walking out of there with all those. That's just uncouth and that just ain't no home training. You send the kids and put the stuff in the car, beforehand. Like, don't let the door slam either, Junior. I told you not to let the door slam. What's wrong with you? I told you. Come, that's how you got to do them. But we want to make sure that through it all, Thanksgiving, it's a time to be thankful. We be thankful for, first and foremost, life. Be thankful for our health and our strength. Be thankful for our life. Be thankful for our family. Listen, right, wrong, or indifferent, crazy, or whatever it is, dysfunctional, how dysfunctional that it is, somebody is not here to see it. Somebody is not here that was here last year with you. And for a lot of people, this is going to be a rough time and a rough transition. But you know what? This is what the good thing, and this is the beauty about having family, is this is where you're supposed to just get together and embrace each other and love on each other, because it's so much going on. And truly, for those that have taken some L's this year, we truly know the meaning of life is too short.
Yes.
We definitely know the meaning of that. So let's not stress out over the petty stuff. If you got beef, if you got problems with somebody in your family, let's do our best to try to resolve those things. I'm not saying it's not going to happen over Thanksgiving, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but let's try to help have those things resolved. Let's try to resolve those things sooner rather than later, because again, tomorrow is not promised to none of us.
And the last thing you want to do is sit there and say, I wish I would have just made up. I wish I would have. I wish I would have. Then you got to let yourself get ate up on the inside because all you had to do was say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Or just forgive. Not forgive, but forgive. But to even top off of that, some of us got family members that's depressed.
Yeah.
They feeling low. They feeling down. A lot of people out here in this world losing their jobs, places to live, and everything. I feel like just embrace each other and love on each other in the moment. Just leave everything outside the door, and when you walk in that door, just be family. Don't come up and tell me, I can't wait to see her.
Right.
Don't do it. Just leave it at the door.
Definitely.
And embrace family the way Grandma and them taught us to embrace family and get this new generation family stuff on out the door.
We definitely have to nick this new generation family stuff, because again, it's not beneficial for anybody, especially trying to keep the family together or trying to repair families. This new stuff, we have to do away with that. And with our closing thought, let's just always remember these 3 words, and let's get back into the habit of just saying these 3 words to each other. I love you. Because
I love you,
because you never know, like, when, like, I just can't
anything. You just don't know.
You just never know. So guys, listen, I hope that you all have a happy Thanksgiving. From my family to your family.
Yes, from my family to your family.
We hope that you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. Guys, take care of yourselves and each other. Love on each other. Yes. Don't think about nothing negative. Oh, I wish I had a relationship. At least you have your life. At least you have your family. So when that ungrateful side, or that side, that voice that tries to kick in and tries to make you magnify what you don't have, change it around and magnify what you do have, and focus on what you do have, and be thankful and be grateful for what you do have, because guess what? Somebody would love to be in your shoes.
And so for what's to come.
Absolutely.
For what's to come.
Because the best is yet to come. So again, guys, I hope that you have an amazing Thanksgiving. Be good to yourselves. Be good to your family. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We are signing off. We will see you guys after Thanksgiving. So guys, please enjoy. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we want to say peace. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Good night, guys. Good night. 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 Good night, you guys. Thank you.